Liam Payne's last CCTV video leaked. We got to talk about this. But before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I cover all things pop culture. And we have been covering Liam Payne very, very closely. And I just first wanted to start off by saying that, I found my people. You guys are my people and I'm so grateful for you because you agree that we have to handle this with care and respect. You agree that we don't want to throw dirt on his name like every other outlet out there, any other creators who've been covering this with such hateful hearts. We are not like that, and I'm so grateful that we found one another because we are all grieving, yet we want justice, and we want to come to the bottom of this and really figure out what happened to Liam in the most respectful way. So thank you so much for allowing me to be part of that community. I wanted to tell you that the TMZ released a CCTV video, and I wanted to analyze it for just a couple of days before I talked about it. And there's just a lot of things that are not really adding up. So take a look at the video, and then we can have a little conversation. So this is the CCTV footage that TMZ just happened to get. You see the guy there in the black shirt just kind of like waiting around. He was there throughout the whole time that they were waiting for Liam, that Liam came and left. As you guys can see, there's people. This is like the kitchen area. Then Liam Payne, or allegedly Liam Payne, does arrive in the elevator, as you're going to see in 2 seconds. And then he asks for something, okay? Footage is blurry, but people are identifying that the man did, in fact, give Liam something. So this is just one of the many updates that is coming out. Now, we also have another update from the alleged dealer who claimed to have had an intimate night with Liam. And I will post that video a little bit later. So make sure you are following along because there's a lot of updates coming on. Now, the internet has reacted to this and they are not buying this for a second. So much fake news in the world. May God reveal the truth of Liam Payne case, and all who have made bad intentions to Liam will receive God's judgment. What about the guy in the room next to him that heard loud noises and then a scream? No one is talking about that. Didn't they update the Toxicology report? How is that possible? How did you get access to these videos? The hotel saying cameras went off. Oh my God, this is terrible. And the timestamp is to right or corner shows 14:05. Isn't that the time they were saying he was in the lobby acting erratically? Wish someone would have just given him their time, support, and understanding and got him help. He would still be here. It's so sad. A lot of people are just not believing that this footage is real. They believe that this is a cover-up from the hotel. More comments like, how is that you guys got there before the ambulance? Who was the guy that came out of the elevator? Who is the guy just standing there watching? That's raised a lot of questions as well because people want to know if he witnessed everything. Why wasn't he being investigated? Somebody wrote in Spanish, ¿por qué sacan solo donde perjudican a él? Si no puede defenderse, especulan en realidad no saben lo que pasó. Basically, how come you're only putting out information that makes him, Liam, look bad? And he's not here to defend himself. That is a very common thing that is being talked about, is why the media are just reporting negative and false things from Liam. Why are they trying so desperately to paint him in a really bad light? For example, saying that he was filled with drugs when we have the actual toxicology report that I'm going to read to you guys in a second. And that is something that just really kind of baffles me, that really it's like they want him to look bad. They want his reputation to be tarnished. They want to make him look bad. It's sort of like there is this movement of people trying to cover something up and making him look like the bad guy so that they could, get off, and that they could, just kind of move the attention from them to him, and basically lying on his name. Now they're saying that he was filled with drugs and that he had all these, it's pushing a narrative that he had crack and ecstasy and meth and all of these things, when in reality he did not. And we're going to get into that in a second. But more
comments like he delivered drugs to Liam, but the autopsy results said that he only had traces of neurotics in his body. Liam didn't take all the drugs. It was staged. Why are they still reporting that's what was in the system? Media outlets like TMZ and other outlets are saying that he did have a lot of drugs in his system. Now, the original autopsy that they performed weeks ago did say that it did, but then the final report is saying that he did not have, in fact, all those drugs in his system. So I have the reports here. Let's read them together so we can get to the bottom of this, because there is a really weird thing. So this is the original one that came out. Liam Payne had cocaine, alcohol, and antidepressants in his system before his death. Toxicology report reveals. So this is the final one that came out the 7th of November, okay? From this report, we know for a fact that he did not, in fact, have all the other drugs that he had. It says, following the shocking sudden death of Liam last month, a toxicology report confirms that One Direction singer had traces of alcohol, cocaine, and a prescription antidepressant in his body in the moments before he fell from his 3-story hotel balcony. According to a statement issued by the National Criminal and Correctional Prosecutor's Office, Payne's body underwent complete toxicology reports on his urine, blood, and vitreous humor. I don't know what that is. His family had already been informed of the findings before the findings were made public. Initial reports suggested that pink cocaine and a mixture of ketamine and other illicit drugs was found in the system, though there's no mention of it in the statement. Right then and there, gives every single news outlet talking shit and coming up with their own, freaking theories and just horrible negative press surrounding Liam. That report right here, the official report and the official statement by the National Criminal and Correctional Prosecutor's Office, should be enough for everyone who is reporting that he had all these illicit drugs in him to stop. This is the initial report that came out that Liam Payne had multiple drugs in his body at the time of death. This came just a couple of days after he passed. And that's why everyone was like, oh, he had that pink cocaine and he had this and he had that. This is what they wanted you to believe. And you guys know me, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this is exactly what they want. They want to make him look so bad that everyone is like, well, of course, he died. You know what I mean? This was the original report. A partial autopsy found that the former One Directioner who died had multiple substances in his system when he fell to his death. Those substances including pink cocaine, a recreational drug that typically is a mix of several drugs including methamphetamine, ketamine, MDMA, and others, as well as cocaine and crack and all these crazy things. How come that's not in the official toxicology report? How come these reports came out a couple days after he passed? Does it not make you a little suspicious that these reports come out so it could make him look terrible and it can make him look a certain way and then it can make others look innocent so that they don't take the fall? That is what I'm saying, that there are so many missing pieces here. And that's why I'm sorry to say, but the Argentinian officials, in my opinion, are not doing enough. And I believe that Jeff and Liam's team needs to come and they need to do something about this.
So the CCTV is bringing up a lot of different theories, a lot of different conspiracies. So one of the things that people are questioning is the person who is standing there in the elevator next to Liam, or to allegedly Liam, how come he has not been questioned? How come he has not been brought up? Because he was standing there knowing probably everything. So the investigators, what they should do is that they should get a list of every single guest that stayed in that hotel, and they should find that person who was there so that they could question him and we could figure out what was actually going on. Some people are saying that he went down and asked for food because he did tell the fans that he was with just an hour before he passed that he was going to go up and get some food. So that actually connects with what was being said. Now, the other thing that people are saying is that how come everything is so blurry? How come everything is such a mystery in this hotel, right? How come these certain cameras were not working? How come when they said that he was acting erratic in the lobby and he was throwing things and being destructive and arguing with alleged sex workers and everything, how come there's no witnesses to that? How come the fans that were with him just an hour before he passed said that he was actually very coherent and that he was very clear and focused on the conversation that he was having with them? So I just don't understand why everything is such a mystery, right? And in my opinion, if you ask me, I'm not trying to start anything or any issues here, but I just really do believe that there are a lot of people covering a lot of things just to save their asses. That is really what I believe. I think that every single person in that hotel should be investigated. I believe that every single person that had anything to do in that hotel that day should be brought into question. I don't care if they checked out of the hotel. I don't care anything. Now, there is an alleged person who has come out and said that he heard Liam's door slamming. A guest that was staying across the hall said that he allegedly heard the door slamming on and off and on and off from 4 to 5. And then that he heard yelling and screaming, okay? One thing that I don't quite understand is how come some CCTV cameras are working and some aren't, right? And I just find it so incredibly convenient that some just don't work, right? I also think it's really funny how now it's being, alleged that he did not in fact fall and that he actually was placed there. So as you can imagine, with all of these different things, it just seems very, very weird. Now, I do believe that this footage was leaked and released to the TMZs of the world or any of these publications so that they could it's basically like giving the hotel proof that it was just one person involved, not the whole thing. They're not hiding anything, in fact that Liam was taking drugs and stuff from these people. I personally think that something else happened. I don't think that it's that simple. I understand that some people are saying, well, he's a grown adult and he decided to take the drugs and this and that. Absolutely. Look, we all have to take accountability. But you cannot tell me that you're sitting there thinking that this is just black and white. There is something very sinister about this. There is something that I believe is being hidden. There is something that I believe is being just trying to cover their asses. And I don't believe it for a second that this was an accident or that he just fainted. I don't believe that, okay? There were rumors that there was CCTV footage of Liam falling and that no one else was around him. There is alleged rumors of that, but of course, thank God, if that is true, the footage has not been released because I would find that to be the ultimate disrespect towards the family. I would absolutely hate if that would make it to the light of day. So I'm very grateful that it hasn't, but I would love to know officially from officials, from Liam's, lawyers or team that in fact, yes, this happened and the other conspiracies are wrong. I understand that right now, the funeral, the grieving, absolutely understand, but there are a lot of heavy things being said about Liam. And I think at some point, I hope that Liam's team will address some of them. I know it's difficult right now, and of course I wouldn't want to rush anybody to do anything, but the more silent they stay, the more they allow these theories to grow. And if I'm being honest, you guys know I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just believe that something very evil happened here, and I believe that a lot of people are covering their asses. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Some people don't even believe that that's Liam in the CCTV cameras. I just don't understand. They're blurry. They don't work. Just so many crazy things is being said. And one thing that, Kate Cassidy allegedly said was that she believes that this dealer, that claims that he's not a dealer, is just trying to cover his ass by saying, oh yeah, we spent an intimate night together and we were friendly and I didn't sell him anything and this and that. Just so many weird inconsistencies, if that's a word. It just does not make sense to me. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. I love you all so much. I pray that they get to the bottom of this, not only because Liam deserves justice, but his family to have closure. And if someone was evil enough to play a part in his death, I hope that they rot in jail, period. I love you all so much. I have more updates for you guys a little bit later. Again, thank you all so much for trusting me with this content. I hope that I'm doing you justice, and I hope that we continue to discuss this with light and also with truth, because I'm sorry, I'm not believing what is being told. I just find to be so many missing pieces, and I just get an eerie feeling about it. So what do you all think? Let me know in the comments. I love you all. Make sure you're following along, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah. Bye.